to it. On knees down. There in Noakes. There's a good right hand. Shouting instructions, but again, making fundamental mistakes. Again, right hand, he stopped it. Sam Midge Noakes.
Cheers. Oh, top man, thank you very much, thank you. It's certainly different than any other fights I've had, but it's weird now that, like you're saying about being 7 days removed. It feels like 24 hours ago. Like I feel like I walked out yesterday. The week's just been a complete blur, but it's been brilliant, and it's obviously achieved something I always wanted to achieve against a very, very good opponent and dangerous opponents as well. Made it even better. This feels like I'm actually walking out to a fight here. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Okay. I had the moustache just as almost to honour my dad. He was the person that got me involved in amateur boxing in the first place as a young 9-year-old kid, and even all the way through my young childhood, just because My dad was an amateur boxer himself. The boxing made him proud, but the moustache I'd still need a bit more work on. But it was good just throwing my dad. And I might even keep it in the future, I'm not too sure, for fights. Here, mate, get that one on you. Get that one, that's the one you want, mate. How are you, mate? You okay? And Stoke City have always been underdogs when we're in the Premier League and stuff, and it's just having that grit, like just obviously know that you can do what you need to do. So obviously stay in the Premier League, which Stoke were phenomenal at, and competing very well as well. And then obviously myself in the boxing, in terms of still being undefeated. But it was lovely just pulling up. I always park at the Power League before the games, and I'll always see people on the way that'll say, "Right, Nate." But today, virtually every single person I've seen, well, brilliant at the weekend, mate, amazing, and just so it's been lovely. It's been amazing for everyone to. It's been great that people have been seeing it. To be fair, they've seen the fight because I think most people in Stoke probably watched it, although it was a very late fight. So fair play to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBC International Silver and Commonwealth Lightweight Champion, Sam Noakes. Noakes is 11-0. Sam Noakes has stopped everybody that he's been. How is he standing up? And eventually falls over. But it was the... Oh, that's a great shot by Noakes. Best punch of the fight. Cooper in trouble for the first time, and down he goes. Finiello. Now he starts to get to it. And he's down. There's a good right hand. Shouting instructions, but again, making fundamental mistakes. Right hand, he stopped it. Sam Noakes.
Well, hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the official weigh-in process ahead of a fantastic night of championship boxing tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sports from British Boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. There are 4 title fights and some of the best young talent in the world on display. It's all live on TNT Sports from 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Without further ado, we've got a lot of hungry and perhaps a little bit angry fighters all waiting, so we're going to begin the weigh-in process right now. Our first contest that we will weigh in is 8 rounds in the cruiserweight division. Let's first welcome to the scales with a record of 20 wins, 10 defeats, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout from San Miguelito, Panama, via Los Angeles. Please welcome Israel Doofus. Israel Doofus. £200 and 7 ounces for Israel Doofus. All right, now let's welcome to the scales his opponent. He is unbeaten with a record of 6 wins and no defeats, with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome from Mainz, Germany, Oronzo Berardi. Oronzo Berardi and Israel Doofus will be 8 rounds in the cruiserweight division tomorrow evening from British Boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. Of course, the main show is live from 7 o'clock. 4 title fights and some of the very best talent in the world. We're just awaiting Oronzo Berardi to hit the scales. 197 pounds for Oronzo Berardi. We're going to face off very shortly between the 2 cruiserweights. And just a reminder, we'll be live from 7 o'clock tomorrow evening on TNT Sports. 4 title fights from British Boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. We're just awaiting a face-off now between Oronzo Berardi and Israel Doofus. Both fighters making sure they got their trainers on.
Face the front first, gents. Face off.
All right, 8 rounds in the cruiserweight division tomorrow evening from York Hall. Our next contest that we will bring the fighters to the scales is 6 rounds in the welterweight division. Let's first welcome, competing in his 19th professional contest from Cali, Colombia, Fernando Mosquera. £147 for Fernando Mosquera. Now let's bring to the scales his opponent. He is unbeaten with a record of 6 wins and no defeats. He has one of the best names, perhaps the best name in boxing. Please welcome from Upminster, Sonny Liston Ali. £150.8. Sonny Liston Ali. This will be a 6-round welterweight contest tomorrow evening from York Hall. We've got a face-off now between Sonny Liston Ali and Fernando Mosquera. Do it at the end.
Yeah, face off, thank you. That'll do you, gents, thank you.
6 rounds in the welterweight division tomorrow evening at British Boxing spiritual home of York Hall. Our next contest will be 6 rounds in the featherweight division. Let's first welcome to the scales. He has 24 contests to his credit. Please welcome from Cali, Colombia, Yin Casado. Yin Casado in action tomorrow evening against Umar Khan. About to take to the scales here. Featherweight contest, so just ensuring all is well on the scales. £124.8 for Yin Casado. All right, now let's welcome to the scales. He is unbeaten with a record of 7 wins and no defeats. He is a former national amateur champion. Please welcome from Ilford, Umar Khan. £126.9 for Umar Khan. We get a face-off now down the front between the fighters. 6 rounds in the featherweight division tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sports. And remember, we are live from 7 o'clock. 4 title fights, including the return of British lightweight champion Gavin Gwynne, the return of Moses Italma, the future of the heavyweight division, Sam Noakes, the man with 100% knockout returns.
Face off. That'll do you, gents, thank you.
All right, 6 rounds in the featherweight division tomorrow evening, Umar Khan and Yin Casado. Let's now move to our first title fight, first of 4 title fights tomorrow evening. This will be for the vacant WBO European Super Bantamweight Championship. Let's first welcome to the scales. He has a record of 8 wins, only 1 defeat. From Port Talbot, Wales, Joshua John. £121.6 for Joshua John. And now let's welcome to the scales. He is unbeaten with a record of 10 wins and no defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. He's a former multi-time national amateur champion. please welcome from Liverpool, Brad Strand. £121.1 for Brad Strand. Both fighters make the championship weight, the vacant WBO European Super Bantamweight Championship on the line tomorrow evening on TNT Sports. We're going to face off now down the front between the fighters. This, of course, one of 4 championship fights tomorrow evening at York Hall.
Face off, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
10 rounds for the vacant WBO European Super Bantamweight Championship tomorrow evening at York Hall. We'll continue the weigh-in process here. Our next contest, 10 2-minute rounds for the WBC International Featherweight Championship. Let's first welcome to the scales the challenger. She has a record of 15 wins, only 1 defeat and 1 draw, with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former WBC Youth World Featherweight Champion from Prague, Czech Republic, Lucy Sedlakova. £125.2 for Lucy Sedlakova. Now let's welcome to the scales. She is unbeaten with a record of 7 wins and no defeats, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. From High Wycombe, she is the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC International Featherweight Champion, the Omen, Raven Chapman. £125.1 for Raven the Omen Chapman. Both fighters have made championship weight ahead of this WBC International Featherweight Championship bout. We're going to face off down the front now.
Face front first, guys. Front first. Face off, guys. Right. Thank you very much.
10 rounds for the WBC International Featherweight Championship tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sport. Our next contest is 6 rounds, and it is in the Super Featherweight division. Let's first welcome to the scales, competing in his 24th professional contest, from Bogota, Colombia, Michael Velasco. Michael Velasco in action tomorrow evening against Royston Barney Smith. 132.3 pounds for Michael Velasco. We're just going to weigh Michael Velasco in again. He's been asked to remove his chains. Board official just wants to double check the weight. So bear with us as we just remove the chains from Michael Velasco, the opponent for Royston Barney-Smith tomorrow evening. This will be 6 rounds in the super featherweight division. Fight number 8 for Royston Barney-Smith, former 2-time European amateur gold medalist. £132.3 for Michael Velasco. All right, now let's welcome to the scales. He is unbeaten with a record of 7 wins and no defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing a former 2-time European gold medalist from Southampton, Royston Barney-Smith, a.k.a. Sugar Boy Roy! £132.9 for Royston Barney-Smith. Just going to bring them to the middle and face off. Sort of looks like they're going to face off stage over there. We're going to bring them a bit closer.
Face the front first, guys. Let's have a face off. Come on.
All right, 6 rounds in the super featherweight division tomorrow evening. Our next contest that we will welcome to the scales is 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, competing in his 14th professional contest from Norway Sound, Poland. Please welcome Michael Bolog. £223.4 for Michael Bolog. Now let's welcome to the scales, unbeaten with a record of 6 wins and no defeats, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a former European and world amateur champion. Please welcome from Chatham, Moses Italma. £242.5 for Moses Italma. Six rounds in the heavyweight division tomorrow evening. Moses Italma and Michael Bolog. It's now time to welcome to the scales our co-main event tomorrow evening. This will be for the vacant European Lightweight Championship. Let's first welcome to the scales. He has a record of 42 wins, no defeats with 1 draw. He is unbeaten. 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former IBO World Champion from Lazio, Rome, Emiliano Marsili. Emiliano Marsili here, unbeaten in 20 years as a professional. Challenges for the vacant EBU European Lightweight Championship tomorrow evening against Gavin Gwynne. He's a former EBU European champion himself, former IBO World Lightweight Champion. And here he is on the scales. £134.3 for Emilio Marsili. All right, now let's welcome to the scales. He has a record of 16 wins, 2 defeats and 1 draw, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a former Welsh champion, a former Commonwealth champion, and he is the reigning British lightweight champion. Please welcome, from Merthyr Tydfil, Wales, Gavin Gwynne. £134.3 for Gavin Gwynne. Both fighters make championship weight ahead of this EBU European Lightweight Championship clash tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sports from York Hall. We'll get a face-off down the front. We can see that European gold there in the middle. Gavin Gwynne, of course, the British champion, challenging now to become the European champion. Emiliano Marsili, undefeated in 20 years. Let's see the face-off. Just a reminder, we'll be live from 7 o'clock on TNT Sports. This bout is the co-main event. All right, there we have it, 12 rounds for the vacant European Lightweight Championship, our co-main event tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sports from British Boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. Now let's welcome to the scales our co-main event. The WBC International Silver Lightweight Championship will be on the line. Let's first welcome to the scales the challenger. He has a record of 19 wins, 7 defeats with 2 draws, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome, from Andalusia, Spain, Carlos Raton Perez. Carlos Perez challenges Sam Noakes tomorrow evening. Sam Noakes is 11-0 with 11 knockouts. And Carlos Perez here will be looking to break that streak. £133.6 for the challenger, Carlos Perez. All right, now let's welcome to the scales. He has a record of 11 wins, no defeats, with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome, from Maidstone, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC International Silver Lightweight Champion, Sam Midge Noakes. £134.6 for Sam Noakes. We'll get a photo and some photos, a face-off down the front. Both fighters have made championship weight. This will be 10 rounds in the lightweight division for the WBC International Silver Lightweight Championship tomorrow evening. Just a reminder, we'll be live from 7 o'clock. There are 4 title fights on this show, including this co-main event, where we're about to see a face-off very shortly. Carlos Perez challenging the champion, Sam Noakes. 10 rounds for the WBC International Silver Lightweight Championship, our co-main event tomorrow evening. If you are watching live on the stream, bear with us. We're going to have a chat very, very shortly to whoever we can grab. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBC International Silver and Commonwealth Lightweight Champion, Sam Noakes. Noakes is 11-0. Sam Noakes has stopped everybody that he's been. Is he standing up? And eventually falls over. But it was there. Oh, that's a great shot by Noakes. Best punch of the fight. Cooper in trouble for the first time, and down he goes. Yellow. Now he starts to get to it. One knee's down. There's a good right hand. Shouting instructions, but again, making fundamental mistakes. Right hand, he stopped it. Sam Midge Noakes.
Cheers. Oh, top man, thank you very much, thank you. It's certainly different than any other fights I've had, but it's weird now, like you're saying about being 7 days removed. It feels like 24 hours ago. Like I feel like I walked out yesterday. The week's just been a complete blur, but it's been brilliant, and it's obviously achieved something I always wanted to achieve against a very, very good opponent and dangerous opponent as well. Made it even better. This feels like I'm actually walking out to a fight here. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Okay. Go on, boys. I had the moustache just.
Whether I could have 4 wins and no defeats, please welcome from Newham, Joel JFK Cordua. Joel Cordua in action over 4 rounds in the super welterweight division tomorrow evening. £151.3 for Joel Cordua.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBC International Silver and Commonwealth Lightweight Champion, Sam Noakes. Noakes is 11-0. Sam Noakes has stopped everybody that he's been. Is he standing up? And eventually falls over. But it was there. Oh, that's a great shot by Noakes. Best punch of the fight. Cooper in trouble for the first time, and down he goes. Yellow. Now he starts to get to it. One knee's down. There's a good right hand. Shouting instructions, but again, making fundamental mistakes. Right hand, he stopped it. Sam Midge Noakes.
Cheers. Oh, top man, thank you very much, thank you. It's certainly different than any other fights I've had, but it's weird now, like you're saying about being 7 days removed. It feels like 24 hours ago. Like I feel like I walked out yesterday. The week's just been a complete blur, but it's been brilliant, and it's obviously achieved something I always wanted to achieve against a very, very good opponent and dangerous opponent as well. Made it even better. This feels like I'm actually walking out to a fight here. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Okay. Go on, boys. I had the moustache just as almost to honour my dad. He was the person that got me involved in amateur boxing in the first place as a young 9-year-old kid, and even all the way through my young childhood, just because My dad was an amateur boxer himself. The boxing made him proud, but the moustache I still need a bit more work on. But it was good just throwing my dad. I might even keep it in the future. I'm not too sure for fights. Here, mate. Get that one on you. Get that one. That's the one you want, mate. How are you, mate? You okay? And Stoke City have always been underdogs when we're in the Premier League and stuff, and it's just having that grit, like just obviously know that you can do what you need to do. So obviously stay in the Premier League, which Stoke were phenomenal at, and competing very well as well. And then obviously myself in the boxing, in terms of still being undefeated. But it was lovely just pulling up. I always park at the Power League before the games, and I'll always see people on the way that'll say, "Right, Nate." But today, virtually every single person I've seen, brilliant at the weekend, mate, amazing, and just so it's been lovely. It's been amazing for everyone to. It's been great that people have been seeing it. To be fair, they've seen the fight because I think most people in Stoke or Trent probably watched it, although it was a very late fight, so fair play to them.
Well, we've just had the weigh-in process ahead of a great night of championship boxing at York Hall. I'm joined by two featherweights. One of them had to make weight, and one of them didn't, Nick. I mean, I'd imagine you're in better spirits than Raven Chapman.
Yeah, and I've got a full belly, haven't I? She's just weighed in, ready to go. So
not long
Yeah,
till I've
not
got a
long.
full belly.
So look, Nick said it there. You've weighed in. You're ready to go. Are you ready to go? How did you find it up there with Lucy Sedlikova?
Yeah, it's fine. I quite like having a stare off. I never break first, so I think she definitely broke first. She didn't know when to look away. So yeah, it was good. I feel good. I feel strong. Can't wait to eat, and yeah, I'm just ready for tomorrow night now and put all that hard work into action.
She actually started laughing.
Yeah,
What did you think of that?
She's been very giggly this bit. I don't know. I don't know, maybe she's just not used to doing this sort of stuff. Even though she's more experienced than me, she might not have this in the fights that she's done previously. So maybe, yeah, it's a different experience for her and a bit nerve-wracking. I think that's more what the giggles are. They're like a nervous laugh. My first thought when I saw her, I was like, yeah, you look scared, like I've got you.
Did you really think that? You think she looks a little bit scared?
Yeah, I think so. Not necessarily just from me, but just the whole experience coming over. You're someone new. It's, all of this stuff. If you're not used to it, can be scary, can be nerve-wracking. So just in that sense, I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable with it. So I've got an advantage there.
Nick, you must be a fan of Raven Chapman, a fellow featherweight, also holds some WBC gold.
yeah, definitely. She's got a similar style as well. She's no messing about. She keeps herself professional as well, the way she carries herself, and lets her talking in the ring, same as me.
Very much so. You're very much two fighters who do their talking in the ring. Raven, I'm very conscious that you want to eat, so I just want you to leave us with your fight prediction.
Me with a clear win. Obviously, I'm going to try and get that stoppage. I think I'm due one. And yeah, I'm not going to go looking for it, but if I do what I know I can do and what we've been working on in camp, I can definitely force that to happen. If not, it'll be a very emphatic win on my behalf.
And also, just finally, after Sky Nicholson's performance quite recently as well, she holds WBC gold too. Is it on your mind to try to also put on a bit of a show?
I mean, I'm on my own path. I'm not bothered about anyone else's path. They're doing their thing. Obviously, she had a good win at the weekend. She had a good opponent, and she deserved that win. And I'm going to do the same tomorrow night. I'm on my path, and I'm going to just do what I do best and do that for me, no one else.
We look forward to it. Best of luck to you, Raven Chapman. We're going to swap you out for Moses Italma. Mr. Moses Italma.
How's it going, Mr. Moses?
How are you?
I'm all good, thank you. How you doing?
I'm okay. What did you make of your man up there? He sort of, you had the face-off, then he tapped you on the shoulder immediately to end the face-off.
Yeah, you look a bit scared, innit?
Do you think so?
Yeah, that's what I took from it anyway.
But look, he's been in there with like Jamie TKV. He's been in there with people that we know. What do you make of him up there? You didn't know yesterday at the presser. You didn't know he was going to fight.
I went to training yesterday, and then obviously it was like, oh, got find your opponent. So let's have a little watch. And then yeah, he seems like a good opponent, good solid opponent. Just get the W and yeah, go on.
Just keep it moving.
Literally, keep the train rolling.
Let me bring in Nick Ball here. Nick, look, you are one of the shining lights in the Queensbury stable, as is Moses Italma here. You must be a fan of this young man.
Yeah, definitely. He's doing his thing, and no messing around, no bullshit from him. Just gets in there and does the job. Yeah, what we like.
That's high praise, Moses. No BS, no messing about.
Coming from him, he's exactly the same though. Listen, obviously I watched his fights here, and like I ain't even gonna repeat what he said, but like yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
Just get in there, do the jobs.
Done, yeah. Get them out of there.
Send the boys home, and yeah, go about your business.
Are we expecting a knockout tomorrow?
No, I'm gonna try, but obviously 9 times out of 10 in boxing, when you do try, it don't come. So, listen, I'll be expecting to get a knockout myself, but listen, everybody knows if it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't.
Best of luck to you, Moses Atama. I'm very conscious Francis wants to grab you and take you away, so go do your thing. Best of luck to you, my friend.
See you later. See you later.
Okay. Well, look, Nick, let's have a little chat about you. I think I'll take the mic off you. Let's have a little chat about you before we let it go. You are now in a great position in the featherweight division. How do you reflect on your win over Isaac Dogboe a couple of weeks ago?
Good. A win's a win, innit? Win by any means necessary, and I feel like the way I got it done was comfortable. Everyone was saying, "Oh, could be a step too far for Nick Ball," things like that, and I heard people saying I could get stopped. And I thought it's a bit mad that, like, but everyone's got their own opinion, haven't they? But I feel like it's just comfortable for me. Done it with ease, yeah. To be honest,
your engine, it's like you were just in the 12th round. You were the same as what you were in the first round as well. How'd you do it? Where does this come from?
Comes from the way like I carry myself, the way all year round. To be honest, the way I train and the way I put the work in. You in this game. You get out what you put in every single time, so I make sure to put it in all year round, yeah. Did
Isaac Dogboe say anything to you after the fight?
He said some words to me in the ring. I can't remember what it was, but after it, he said like respect, something like that. But he definitely said something in the ring, but I didn't hear what he said.
Something a little bit like,
yeah, like he
coming on.
Grabbed me out and said something, but we didn't really listen, to be honest.
Oh, we'll have to find the
yeah,
footage
we need to find out.
What did he say to Nick Ball? So what do you want to do next? Obviously, you're in that great position with the WBC. There's like a couple of champions. There's an interim champion and a full world champion there. Are you sticking on that path, or are you looking at other featherweights, the likes of Lee Wood, people like that? And where do you place yourself right now?
At the top, obviously. Again, if as many times you ask me that question, I'm going to say the same answer. At the top, at the front, and whoever's in my way, get them in there with me and get them out of there. That's it. And whoever's got the belts, I'll face them.
Who do you think will be in your way next?
I'm not too sure, because Ray Vargas is the champion, isn't he? But I'm not too sure what he's doing. And the interim champion is Figueroa. I'm not sure what he's doing, whether he's fighting him or whether Ray Vargas is vacating and then he gets the belt and then I'll fight him. I'm not too sure. I just make sure I'm ready and wait for the phone call.
Ray Vargas in particular is one of those fighters who's going to tower over you at a weigh-in, and you're going to be punching up. How do you see that fight actually playing out?
I wouldn't know until I got in there, but it's nothing that I'm not used to. Towering over me at weigh-ins and tower over me in the ring, but until they're in the ring with me and seeing what it's like, but I'm used to it. It's been like that my whole life, hasn't it? So it's nothing new to me.
What about Brad Strand, your stable mate, your gym mate tomorrow night? Big night for him, chance for him to get his first gold.
Yeah, big night for him. And in this boxing, there's as you know, there's levels in it, and Brad's the level where I am, and I'm made up for him that he's got his chance to show that. Do you get me? Fighting for the European title, and he's going to do it in style Friday night.
Do you see it being one of those stylish kind of... Because he's a very stylish boxer. Do you think it's going to be one of those sorts of performances?
I don't want to say too much, and I don't really know until it happens. No one does. That's the thing with this boxing. You don't know until you get in there. But I just one thing: just don't underestimate his power.
Okay, that's a great note to leave it on. Thank you so much for joining me, Nick Ball. And that is us. That is the weigh-in process complete here. We've got a big night of boxing tomorrow night, live on TNT Sports from 7 o'clock from York Hall. 4 title fights and some of the very best talent in the country. Make sure you join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBC International Silver and Commonwealth Lightweight Champion, Noakes is 11-0. Sam Noakes has stopped everybody that he's been. How is he standing up? And eventually pulled over. But it was the. Oh, that's a great shot by Noakes. Best punch of the fight. Cooper in trouble for the first time, and down he goes. Viniello. Now he starts to get to it. And he's down. There did Noakes. There's a good right. Shouting instructions, but again, making fundamental mistakes.